Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Now, for those of you wondering, I've been in Norwich. I went Monday. I came back last night. It was nice. I got to see the sights. Went to Chroma for a day. And didn't eat the very expensive fish and chips I had on offer. Well, that's mostly due to the coldness. It was fun. Nice to get away. I spent 8 hours getting there from where I am. I could have driven it in my car in probably about 3, maybe 4, but I decided to be cheap and go via National Express. Also has the benefit of not worrying about where to park your car, which is nice. The hotel itself was actually right opposite the bus depot, which was really handy because once the bus or the coach arrived, the hotel was literally just over there. It's really neat. And although I did cause problems on the day home, but that's another issue. So yeah, I spent 3 days in Norwich, or 4 nights, whatever you want to call it. I got there about 5:30, I think it was, by the end. 5:30 in the evening. This is not in the morning. I'm not that mad. I saw the sights of Norwich, got to walk around. It's really nice. It's a lot like Brighton, in that there's always little side streets, always something else to look at. The difference is it's kind of in a big circle with Norwich, whereas Brighton it's a bit more slapdash, for lack of a better term. Now, staying in that travel lodge on my own was a strange experience. As you know, I always say this on holidays. I always get that weird feeling at night because I sleep in a double bed in hotels, as you do. There's not many will offer you a single. And it's always weird sleeping in a double bed because you've got the other half of the bed just sitting there empty, going unused. And it always reminds me of previous relationships where I was never really happy, but it's always nice when you wake up and there's someone else there and you think they're happy to see you. Well, in my case they weren't, but I thought they were, so that kind of counts. It's a nice feeling. I kind of wish I could get it back. All in good time though. I did say I'd go on a date by the end of this year, so who knows what could happen. Anything could happen. Anyway, going back to it, it was a weird feeling at night. I mean, the TV wasn't brilliant because, let's face it, TV is terrible as it is. I mean, some night, I was mostly watching the comedy on Dave, really. You know, I think Monday night I watched 8 at 10 Cats. Tuesday I have a news for you. Can't remember what I watched the other nights. Can't remember. No, doesn't matter. Anyway, it was a fun holiday. I watched a bit of TV. I got to see the sights. I didn't get to use the Wi-Fi because they give you 33 minutes a day, and every time I logged on my laptop, it would say I already used them up. No, I don't understand why either, and I refuse to pay for it. Which brings us back on another rant of, why do hotels in this country charge for Wi-Fi? I could go to somewhere like York and for about £60 a night I can get a fridge, a microwave, kettle and free Wi-Fi. In this country you gotta pay for it. I paid about £50 a night on average if you put the 4 nights together. And that got me a bed, a shower, a TV and a kettle, which isn't brilliant really. I was in a very central location because I was literally right on top of the centre. I was like a 3-minute walk, 5 I suppose, call it 5 minutes by the time I get out the room, get in the lift and go down to the ground floor. 5 minutes away from a supermarket. And 7 minutes away from a proper supermarket, which was something you really can't complain about. Which does make the price well, but would be nice if you could get something like free Wi-Fi or maybe just a fridge to store some water in. That's the one thing I missed. Just having that option to have a nice bit of cold water in the evenings. Because I'm trying to cut down on what I drink in the evenings, while the crappy stuff anyway. Like the tea, well, Sometimes I drink a red bush tea at night now instead of regular tea, which is good. I'm trying to cut out the soft drinks, which I've mostly done. I mean, I did treat myself on a holiday, but back home I've been drinking mostly water and red bush tea, so I've been pretty good about it all. The funny thing was, when I was in Norwich, I had my little, well, not really adventures, but I'm going to call them adventures. And each night I thought I should make a video talk about what I'm up thinking. And every time I tried, I just couldn't really think of saying. I was like going, and there was big gaps, and eventually I said, Jim, forget it. Just wait until you go home and then put your thoughts down. And here I am. Hopefully this works out. If you're watching, you know it has worked out. As for next week, back to reality. Well, I can't complain because reality's not that bad, really. I've been getting a good hold of the bad moods lately. I mean, mostly getting them in. I mean, I did have one bad moment on holiday where I became paranoid and I started fantasizing about bad things happening to me. But I got through it. I stopped myself. At one point, I think I just said, Jim, let's try and be positive. And I tried and I felt better. Not perfect, but better. The key is trying. Not doing, but trying. I mean, if it was easy as doing, then there would be no problems, because we'd all have our problems and we say, let's do the thing where we're not having the problem. And we'd do it. My solution is to try. Because you may fail, but at least you tried. And it does make sleeping at night slightly easier. If I'm honest, I'm no closer to achieving my goals I set either. I mean, I did say 2025 was going to be my year, but it still is, but I just have no idea how I'm going to go about making it my year. But you know what? I'm feeling better about myself, so there is that. Next week I'm going to be going back to the exercise. I haven't exercised for about a week now. I ain't going to hate myself next week when I start exercising again. Or at least my body is. Right. This is a short one, just for I check in and let you all know I am still alive and still fighting. If you're still watching, well done, and why not let me know how you're doing? Would be interesting to hear. Maybe share some experiences. Or not. It's up to you, really. Nothing's mandatory here. Until next time, bye.